Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you want. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you want. Yeah. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you ooh. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you yeah. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you ooh. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want, what you yeah.
Yo, 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 what's happening, people? What's going on? Sorry about the delay. What's good, guys? Trying to sort some stuff out. All right, then. How is everyone? Are we seeing the mad chaos of Bitcoin, yeah? Let's mark off our zones. You see? It's going to 100K. Okay, then. What you want to be aware of, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, okay? Let's cut straight to it. Mad love and respect for everyone passing through into to today's stream. All right? But let's have a conversation, guys. Time is of an essence. Futures markets have just opened. All right, then. Now, you can see that beautiful green vector candle that's trying to break above the 50 EMA, but don't be fooled by it. Be careful. Until we get a clean close above it towards the final hour. All right, there's 28 minutes left until the next hour candle starts. And they've made the move up, recovered the red vector candle. All right, but they're not showing the conviction of a follow through. The daily open is in sight. And someone asked the question, why is the daily open important if Bitcoin trades 24/7? Because it's a different set. The daily open itself is very important because it's a different session that opens each time. Okay? The daily open is a different commitment of traders from different time zones and different liquidity coming into the charts. It's the nominal point at the start of every trading day. Yes, crypto trades 24/7, but the open and close is very important. All right? Yeah, we'll do my best to not forget my daughter today. All right, then let me just try and bring something up here. Having a little problem with MT4 right now. Here we go. Let me open it back up. All right, then. So let's just have a look at the book map a second. So we just saw this nice little pump to the upside, guys. Waiting for the actual chart to load up. And what can we see right here? So there's a lot of liquidity coming in at 5,600. Earlier on today in the masterclass session, we were looking at this zone, expecting them to recover the wick. All right? They haven't done so. They've stayed within the psychological ranges. Now they've come away from that psychological high. However, they have not broken above the 50 EMA just yet. So there are no cigars. Be patient. Wait. Some people are like, what are you talking about, Tina, man? Why we got to wait, man? It's clear, bright as day that Bitcoin's going to go to 100K from this point. Is it? Now, I will always be skeptical with price. Always be skeptical. But ask yourself the question, what is the market maker trying to make the retail trader think? That's what's very important about this, guys. Always ask yourself that question. Because if you're not aware what the market maker is trying to make the retail trader think, then you're going to be missing out on the bigger picture. Okay? Way bigger picture. Now, for my guy earlier on, Ans, yo, listen, quick one for you. Haven't forgotten about Forex, bro. Haven't forgotten about Forex. Currently in a long with dollar yen. We're waiting for the rise, retrace, continuation. We saw it on the W formation of dollar yen in these ranges right here. There's a W formation right there. They've shifted out of the zone. Let me just get rid of this thing so you can see it. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, then, so you can see bright as day what they're doing. I'm looking towards the previous vector candle zone. Got a lot of trades open in dollar yen right now. So I'm just waiting to see if we're going to get that continuation follow through with dollar yen. It's coming out 6 days away from its peak formation. The peak is now locked. So we are expecting a rise level 2 with dollar yen, 2 times ADR. All right. With that being said, gold itself starting to just try and it's starting to break down. Gold's starting to break down. If we look at the next zones that gold could actually take, we then understand that we've got this liquidity zone right here and one down here as well. And then we flip it over to Bitcoin and we can see Bitcoin has tapped the daily open on IC markets. It's recovered the red vector candle. We've got this little zone right here, but I'm not seeing a follow through. All right, that's what's important. We need to see Bitcoin close above the daily open. Once it does that, it will close above the 50, wait for the retrace, continuation to the upside. But then you still got the 200 EMA in sight. Don't think that if Bitcoin can come all the way up to the 200, it means that Bitcoin's on its way to 100K. No, don't think that. If it does it, happy days. What do you wait for? You wait for price to break above the 200, retrace to retest it, and continuation to the upside. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum did exactly that earlier on. Watch this. Where is it? Give it a second. Here we go. Where was that break? Okay, here it is right here. This zone right here. It comes away. So we're in the same pattern. So this pattern right here is no different to this pattern right here. All right. You've got price coming down. Does a W formation. It needs to go above the 200, the 800 and the 50 and needs to retrace, then continuation out. This is what you're looking for. This move right here, similar to Ethereum, okay, is what you want Bitcoin to do. All right. That zone right there, breaking above the moving averages, retrace coming down to test those moving averages and shifting out of the zone. That's what you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so Bitcoin. Let's weigh up the scenarios, ladies and gentlemen. We know that if the vector candle doesn't finish strong to the upside, it could be a stop hunt rise. The New York session could be inducing a stop hunt. We are 5 minutes into the New York session. When I say that, I'm talking about the futures market itself. All right. So just be mindful of that. We just need to wait and see how this candle is going to finalize in the next 25 minutes. If they can't keep price above the 50 EMA, this would be a stop hunt. And the next candle would have to experience a lot of volume to come in to move higher. Looking at the book map itself, you can see the liquidity is stacking up. All right. Principle will say that when price comes down towards these previous zones that they had already had orders filled from, we should see commitment coming in. The book map is imbalanced at 26%. You can see up there, there's an imbalance in the book, which tells us that the limit sales are being favored. So that principle would say that the orders should start coming in at this point to move price back up again. All right. Only earlier on, we were talking about this zone right here, waiting for the recovery of the wick. They only recovered some of it, and then they just shifted out of the zone, out of the New York session. Problem is, they've recovered this red vector candle. Now they're starting to stall. Currently in the US brinks, so be mindful. Jokes. Joke Truzer. What's that? Is it a good possibility that we are in an accumulation phase, meaning that we will stay in this zone for a couple of weeks before we go up again, similar to Wyckoff? Well, today there's actually going to be a congressional hearing regarding news crypto craft. So here we go. They're going to be talking about digital assets today. All right. So where is that discussion? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I saw it today. They're going to be talking about, here we go. Here it is. US risks chilling. Regulations on crypto. Industry warns Congress. Okay, then. So top executives from 6 cryptocurrency firms will on Wednesday tell Congress to tread lightly in imposing new rules on digital assets or risk sending activity underground or outside the US. All right. Ahead of a hearing at the US House Financial Services Committee starting at 10 a.m. today. Leading some of the world's biggest crypto companies indicated in prepared testimony that they would generally support clearer rules, but they will emphasize that overly restrictive ones will not stifle the activity, but merely push it away from the US. So, based on what is discussed at this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, are they marking up price, preparing for a drop? This is the question. Is this going to be the news play that sets up price to move price down lower, to come down into these zones right here, which is the wick that we are waiting for them to come back down and regulate in? Alternatively, they could just send price and agree on everything and everything moves up. So what I'm saying to you guys right now, it's just a rangy zone. We need to wait for that information to come out by Congress. What's the conversation? What do they discuss? What do they agree on? And then we can put pen to paper and say, yeah, okay, we can believe that Bitcoin would finalize this rise level 1 move to the upside. So is it valid? This W formation, we got the level 1 drop, rise to the upside to form level 2. Or is this going to be a play to the downside where they're going to mark up price, get the traders committed to the upside, and then reverse it all the way back down again? Yep, bookmap is for the scalpers. Okay. After the event tomorrow night. Yep, I hear what you're saying. Can I cover the Brinks box? Okay, so everyone knows in the States about the money box. The money truck. The Brinks box comes with the money. Yep. The Brinks box itself is the start of each session, whether it's the US session or the UK session, where they will initiate the setting up of the range. So they're going to pretty much determine the rest of the day's activity. And what we see in the Brinks box is the influx of stop hunts. All right, this could be a stop hunt. It's too much of a fast move. They've recovered the red vector candle sooner than expected. Normally what we like to see is that we want to see them move price down lower and lower so we can see them come back to these pools of liquidity later on. But look what happened here. They recovered the red vector candle sooner than expected, and then they dropped price. Yeah? They recovered the red vector candle sooner, then they dropped price. This is what you want to see. You want to see them break down price. Okay, like so. Break it down, break it down, break it down. Now we know we've got a pool of liquidity up here that they could come back towards later on. Because when we see price moving up in towards this range right here, we can then make the assumption that if price holds at a moving average at this point right here, we can make the assumption that price is going to come to this area because there's liquidity for them to take. But what's happening now is the actual candles recovered this red vector one right here, which is giving me a reason to believe that they may not be looking at moving higher. And they can actually move higher if they want to, but I don't know if it's going to be sustained, especially with this meeting with Congress. Now, we've got two scenarios, guys. We are waiting for the pattern to play out and lock. The only way that this pattern will get invalidated is if price comes all the way down and breaks below this range right here. So we're not out the woods just yet. Bitcoin needs to close above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, and the next candle needs to confirm and follow through so that we can break out with above the daily open, and then we can start seeing price move slowly to the upside. But then we will be limited with the 200 EMA, so we need to be mindful of that zone as well. It's all down to what happens in the next 20 minutes as to whether or not this candle is going to be the follow through candle to make price continue higher. All right. Do you think we will go back to the 44 level before going higher? They will whip and whack price in whatever way they see fit. Just look at the book map itself. Okay? Check this out. Right now, the book map has got an imbalance of 27%. So it tells me that limit sales are being favored right now. So they want to push price higher. But higher from what point? Is it higher from here? Higher from here? Are they going to see those orders get hit up there? Do they actually need to hit those orders? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to test the limit buys to get them committed into this range right here? Because you can see that price is stabilizing in this zone right here. All right. So that could be an indication that the limit buys are holding this range, which is why the limit sells are going to start seeing price move to the upside. All right. If we zoom out and we look at where the orders are currently sat with Bitcoin, there's a lot of liquidity at 44. A lot of liquidity. There's nothing happening up here. All right. Even bring it into you closer and closer so we can see. There we go. 44,000 and 45,000 seems to be the point in the chart where orders are currently sat. Nothing much is happening up here, guys. So we have to proceed with caution. When you zoom into the book map, you can see the shorter term imbalances. All right. When you zoom out, you can see the higher term, the bigger imbalances in the chart. Sorry, you can see the bigger orders. These are the orders that you want to be focusing on. All right. Waiting for this candle. Right, let's have a look at other coins and see what they're doing whilst we're waiting for that close. So what's winning today? So far, SLP seems to be doing okay. Big little push to the upside. It's too much of a fast move. And they've come straight back down. See what I'm saying about these big hits? This is what I don't want Bitcoin to do. They've come away from the zone and then they've pulled it straight back. Are we going to see that same behavior by Bitcoin? Flux, 12% up. Perfect W formation currently being formed right here. Lovely little pattern right there. Are we expecting it to come back up? Well, we need to go above the psychological ranges before anything else can happen. GRT, same story. Everything seems to be doing this same play. All right? So we just got to be mindful of that. Matic. Matic is taking some serious movement to the upside. Big boy movement. $2.50, man. Big move. Rise. Look at the W formation play. Ready? Got the rise, the retrace, Continuation to the upside. How long will it go? So we've confirmed the M2 pivot point. We are likely to see the M4 projection zone. That's what it's at right now. But the range daily high is in sight. So that we could see a little bit of a pullback right now. So be careful with Matic. You've got Link on its way towards the range daily high, recovery of the red vector candles. Now, this is what you want to see Bitcoin do at the 200 EMA. You want to see this play right here. Rise, the retrace, test the zone, and come away from the point. And we've got vector candles in sight that they are likely to try and recover if price gets towards that zone. Yeah? Philcoin. Let's have a look at Philcoin. Same again. Big pump to the upside, complete recovery of the candle. Now it's trying to stabilize. It's quite flat, so be careful with that. It's where, 15 minutes daughter warning. Thank you very much. It's stuck in this range, so you just got to sit tight and wait for a clean break of the zone. But they may keep price consolidated in this area because the moving average is pretty flat, the 50 EMA that is, and there's no volatility. All right, and they may actually wait for the 200 to marry up to price. So be mindful of that. Axis, same story. Everything seems to be doing the same thing. XRP, nice little move higher for XRP, but no cigars just yet. Still in the psychological ranges. All right. I need to look back at VET. Let's have a look at VET. Same story. You're starting to see exactly the same thing across the board. Let's have a look at the total market cap for coins across the board. So this is where we are. This is the total market cap for everything. Seems like money's coming in. 13 more minutes until the proof of this vector candle is going to show its worth. Are they using this candle to shift out of the zone, or is it just another stop hunt rise and then try and retrace back down? All right. Total market cap with the exclusion of Bitcoin. Same story. Quite a strong move to the upside right there by the alts and Ethereum itself, and then just the altcoins themselves. Where we at? Come on. Why is it taking so long? Here we go. There we go. Most altcoins are yet to hit the 200, and they're still within the psychological ranges across the board, so we've got to be careful. All right? Please don't fall for the hype. Just wait for the conviction that they are going to break up higher. I need to bring up Bitcoin and Ethereum to put things into perspective for us. 2 seconds. Here we go. Nice, strong move up. Look, they're not stopping, man. Here we go. This is what we want to see. There it is. There it is. Here we go. Careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Give me a sec. I need to look at the order book itself. I need to zoom into the order book, see where we are. Here we go. Limit sales. Finalized it. They've moved up. They've confirmed those traders right there from those previous orders over here. Look. Guys who used the book map confirmed those commitment by those traders, and they've shifted out of the zone. So let's see what they've got in store for us. Is this the stop hunt? Look at that nice sharp movement. Let's look at the book map whilst that's happening. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. I'm sorry, I just need to keep an eye on Bitcoin for a few moments, guys. I'm going to bring this over here. I'm waiting for the finalization of this candle to close. It needs to have a good strong close above the daily open. It's not giving me no reason to believe it won't do it, but we've got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes is a long time in the charts. Look at the liquidity coming in right now. Filling orders, filling orders. Liquidity's not showing up right now. I want to see more orders coming into this range right here. Great. This is good. This is very good. Now, each zone that you see price coming back to right here, all right? This is where the limit buys step in, all right? So now we see, look at how frequent they're exchanging contracts. Here we go. Clean close above the daily open and the 50 EMA. This is what we want. We want a clean close. 200 EMA needs to be broken for us to validate and move higher to release the liquidity in this range right here. For anybody new to the channel, this is the book map, which is showing you the live limit orders coming into the book map, coming into the order flow of Bitcoin across the Bitstamp, Binance, FTX, GDAX, and Kraken. So it's everything across the board. Well, 5 platforms across the board. All right. If you want access to this, just check it out on Google. Just check out bookmap.com. All right. And if you want access to these indicators, there's a website pinned to the chat. Check it out. And you can download them free of charge. All the links are there, the playlists to help you understand how to use these indicators, get them installed and what have you, and join the Discord. That's done. Happy days. And one more, if you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Finish with housekeeping. Done. Back to the charts. Here we go. I'm keeping an eye out on this, man. I'm not liking this. I don't want it to close below before the final hour. I do not want it to close below the daily before the final hour. It has to stay a strong close above right here. We're not too, it's no confirmation just yet, because you want the 5 and the 13 EMA to cross over the 50 EMA. This is just them coming away from this zone. But there are too many points in the chart and confluences that we need to see to verify this move is going to continue higher. The hour candle right now needs to close above the daily open. It needs to stay above the 50 EMA. The 5 and 13 need to cross over the 50 EMA. And the next candle after this needs to come away from this zone and try and break above the actual 200 EMA. And when we've got this conversation with Congress right now about digital assets and the regulation behind it, whatever happens there is sort of being reflected right here on what they think's going to happen. When we know what they do when they try and mark up price. Are they building shorts or are they coming out of the zone? So we just need to be patient, guys. Just sit tight and wait. Market Maker is an AI. It operates an algorithm. That's what it does. That's a different kettle of fish. You know, that is a different kettle of fish. This is the current Brinks box for the US session. This is the US Brinks box. Usually the first out between 30 and 90 minutes, depending on what they plan on doing. All right, that's the Brinks box play. But this could be a stop hunt rise. That's why I'm saying to you, wait for confirmation. Some people are like, just forget about it, Tino. Just, you know, go long, happy days. But what do you want? Do you want marginal entries or do you want high probability plays? That's what it's about. 8 minutes. Thank you, Danny. Crypto sports commentator, happy days. Bitcoin showing strength, liquidity coming in. What we can maintain that pace, Bitcoin. That's so true, man. That is so true. What I need to do is I need to get a chart with all or as many altcoins as possible and just talk about the movements in price. Yeah, not even on the candlesticks, just looking at price itself. Like Bitcoin's moving up 58, 51, 56, like some cattle auction, man. Oh, that is wicked. What's the PP dash line? The PP dash line on the chart is the pivot point. All right. This is the pivot point based on these M pivots. These M pivots are the midpoints of the standard pivot points in the chart. All right. So these are the midpoints of the standard pivot points, because the standard pivot points will give you the resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, and then support 1, support 2, support 3. And these are the midpoints of those standard pivots. Yeah. I found that waiting for the stock and stochastics RSI to pass the 50 on the daily from a downtrend shows a good reversal for a longer term uptrend. Okay then, cool. So if it closes above the daily, where would the ideal entry be? If it closes above the daily on the 1 hour time frame, it's still not over, because you need the 5 and 13 EMA to cross over to show momentum to the upside. All right, you can see how they trick traders. Look what happened here. Price comes above and closes above the 50. And the 5 and 13 EMA are struggling to come above the 50 EMA. There's no clear break away from the 50. We only saw this little bit of movement right here, but it was short-lived. This is what you want to see. Where are we at? Give me a big move up to the upside. Where is it? This is what you want to see, guys. You want to see price coming above the 50 EMA and the 5 and the 13. They have to be above the 50. And then price is going to stabilize, moving around in this range. And then when it starts to find its feet, the 5 and 13 EMA will expand. They need to move away from the 50 EMA because that would imply volatility's coming into the chart, which we understand volatility as momentum, and then price is going to move higher from that point. This is the ideal scenario. Your entry point would be principally on any vector candle that initiates the push away from this range right here. Right now, we don't have that. All right? It's not actually happening in the chart. All we're waiting for price to do right now is to show commitment, close above the daily, and the next candle to follow through. But we've got that 200 EMA resistance, man. There's no vector candles up here for them to take. Is this a stop hunt? Have they just shaken out all the guys who've gone short and now made them retrain their minds to believe that they now have to go long? Because everyone on crypto or across the YouTube or wherever is saying Bitcoin's going to go up, it's parabolic season, whatever it is. Get real. You can only go by what is happening right now. Forget what you would like it to do. You go by what you see happening right now. When confluences come together, then the accountability is on you, my friends. Okay? It's all on you then. That's what this game's about. Responsibility, taking claim for your trades. Because we will never know exactly the direction it's going to take. Only a couple of hours ago, we were witnessing Bitcoin dropping down lower. They recovered the previous vector candle right here, and then they shifted out of the zone. This meeting with Congress, is this going to be another reason why they're going to get volatile today? What's going to happen? We will understand if this is the move away from this zone based on how well and strong they close in this area. That's what it is. Mark, your super chat, what was it, my friend? Just seen, hold on a sec, here we go. Can you look at RSR and Knowles? Let's have a look at RSR and Knowles. We've got 4 minutes to have a look at that. RSR, here we go. You're seeing the same pattern across the board, my friend. Nice formation, though. You can see you've got a nice W formation right there, which is a variation of a head and inverted head and shoulders pattern. They've recovered the previous wick. And then we've got the higher low, in essence, in this zone. But the vector candles are being recovered right here. Don't like that they're being recovered so soon. All right? The vector candle points for the chart right here, if they can break higher and above the 800 and the 200. I mean, look, they are still in their psychological ranges. So they're still in the spread building zone. So avoid at all costs. Do not make no commitment until price establishes a clear break from each of these zones, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. All right? Knowles. Oh, quite a tricky... Okay. All right. Hasn't been doing much, and we see some big activity. Now, the thing is, when you see these coins do this sort of behavior, principle would say that we are likely to come back towards these previous wicks in the chart. But it's all down to what it decides to do from here, because you can see it's got a history of spiking up, coming down, and stabilizing. Spike up, coming down, and not doing much from that point. So what you don't want to be involved in, you don't want to be involved in a trade which is going to spike you up, and you're not paying yourself from it, and then it brings it back down again. So just be careful with these sort of coins, my friend. Okay, then. Right, let me have a look here. 2 more minutes and then I've got a bounce. I want to try and see what we got just before the hour candle. I just want to be there, want to be here with you guys for that, so we can know exactly what to expect. Here we go. Oh man, what a mad move. The fast moves, man, don't like them. They can be profitable, but listen, everyone will have their opinion about where they think Bitcoin's going to go. All right. Remember, cryptocurrency it's like a fashionable thing. It's all about hype. All right. But when you look at it from a trading perspective, we see the same thing happening over and over again. Come away from the hype, ladies and gentlemen. Who cares if it's going to go to 100K? Let's get above 51 first. That should put things into perspective for you. Get above 51, then we'll have a conversation about getting above 52. Then maybe 53, 54, you get the idea. Forget these wild price predictions, man. Whatever cycle Bitcoin is on, fine. But from a trader's perspective, especially a day trader's perspective, we're not interested in those wild price action. We are interested in Bitcoin going from 49,291 all the way to 50, and can we exploit that? Yeah? That's all we care about, man. This is why you should always pay yourself. Here we go. Start of the new 1 hour candle. Here's the proof. Proof in the pudding. It closed above the daily open. All right? It's closed above the 50. This candle's going to determine if this move is going to be valid. Be careful they don't hit the wick and pull back down. Still got no traction towards the 200 just yet. So just be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Time to get my daughter. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect for everyone passing through. I do have to go and get my daughter, but now is the volatile time. Brinks box is finalized. So this is where it's going to be make or break for Bitcoin at this point. Please proceed with caution. Come away from the hype, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Whatever direction Bitcoin decides to take, it will take it. Your job is to find the momentum and the development of that move. Okay? If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, because tonight we'll be summarizing the price action again at 10 p.m. So I hope to see you guys there. Mad love and respect to you all, and I will catch up with you guys later on. All right? Take care of yourself. Peace.